Good evening. So, I wanted to make a little point right here, okay? Um, Put it together and see if it fits your situation. But have y'all ever noticed, or do anybody know? Because some people don't notice that if I wanted to, or if you wanted to get any type of drugs or alcohol or anything like that right now, a lot of times you can go get that stuff for free. Like me, if I wanted to be on some type of drug, I could get it for free. For free, y'all. And the enemy would supply that need for me for a long time until a certain point to where it would. I noticed with that it would get to the person to a certain point to where they are hooked on something, and then they'll end up spending their own money every now and again, and then they will have to keep up with the people that are supplying them with that drug, regardless of how they're being treated by the person. So that's how it hooks the person in. I had people to offer me drugs several times while I was on the voodoo, while I was on the witchcraft, and I kept turning it down. It really made me mad when they did that too. I was like, "What in the world? Do I look like I want some meth? Do I look like I even do some stuff like that?" And honestly, when I look back on them old pictures, it looked like I was on something. It really did. That's the way it made me look. And some people were still saying I looked good, but nah. But yeah, that goes with the fast and everything else too. And it goes with if you're trying to get off of something, if you're trying to break free from some type of drug, if you're trying to get free from drinking alcohol and things like that. A lot of times when you are trying to break free from something, the enemy will send some people around or a person around to try to give you whatever it is that you're trying to get off of for the free. And a lot of times they'll also come around on a certain day. Like the enemy will do something to agitate you to where it gets your nerves up. Like you're already detoxing from whatever that is. So you already have an open wound. So the enemy will come through and try to and pour salt on that wound. Like he'll come through and try to agitate your spirit even more to make you feel like you need that thing. You need that drug. You need that cigarette. You need that. Because I've heard people several times say, well, every time I try to quit, somebody come around and aggravate me. That's the trick of the enemy. That's what they do. They don't want you to quit smoking. They know that it is killing you. They don't want you to stop drinking. They know that it's draining your finances. It is draining your finances and that it is killing you. So, and then it's a stronghold which opens up other doors to other things. It really does. Even though a person can smoke weed and never revert to crack cocaine or anything like that or no hard drug, people can, just stick to weed. But also, it's still other gates that be open other than a person going to weed other than going to crack cocaine or some type of harder drug like meth or something or pills. They could dive into other things like porn just from being high and smoking weed. You don't necessarily have to be another drug, but you have to be careful and watchful for things like that. You have to know what to expect whenever you are detoxing from something. Whenever you're wanting to break free from something, you have to know what to expect. Expect the enemy to try to come back in and get you to revert back to your old ways. I mean, you have to be on point with it too. You have to expect for him to send somebody to agitate you. Try to stay as calm as possible no matter what the person is doing. And make sure you don't have any of whatever it is that you're trying to break free from on hand. Make sure you've already thrown that stuff away. Don't have it in your house. Don't have it in your car. Don't have it as a backup or nothing like that. Make sure it's not even around you. And that's one of the ways you can break free. Just give it 3 days. 3 days. You can really break free from a habit in 3 days. You really can. Some people say it take longer than that, but 3 good days you go without it, you should be fine depending on what it is, depending on how powerful the stronghold is. Since I wasn't a smoker anyway, it was easier for me. I was smoking mostly because of those unclean spirits and because of the trauma that it was taking me through. So that was the reason for that. So it was relatively easy for me to quit compared to other people once I got in a space where I was just sick of it, and the Holy Spirit started to dwell in me more, so I did not want that mess in my body anymore, like the chemicals and all of that. But you have to expect for the enemy to agitate you even more and pour salt on the wound that you're trying to heal while going through your process, because it's most likely going to happen. You're gonna end up agitated, and then it's gonna try to make you want or crave whatever that thing is. So you're going through detoxification on top of cravings, on top of warfare, and on top of um agitation, you know. So expect all of those things and still push through. Even if you have to just go to sleep, just go to bed and just wake up and fight another day. But yeah, drugs and stuff like that, that stuff is actually free for a long time. And why is that so free? But if I want to go and open a business, I have to go through all of these different hurdles and hoops and things like that. Even if I wanted to start a new YouTube channel, I have to go through a process. But right now, I'm telling y'all, right now, I'm not saying that I would, I'm just making a point. I could go to somebody's house right now, ask them for some drugs, and they'll just give it to me. They would, with no hesitation. Okay? So keep that in mind. All right? I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.